All right, we'll let everybody start getting on here, and then we'll get going. All right, Auburn over Mercer today. Deuce Knight, obviously the storyline of this game, and we're going to talk about that, how he spread the ball around to a lot of different guys. Also, him being able to run the football and really it being his game. I know we debated kind of what that was going to look like, but that was the design. DJ Durkin and Derek Nix, this is your game, Deuce. And he went out and, man, just performed, an outstanding performance by him, both throwing and running the football. Got settled into the game early. And, I don't know that you can get your first career start off any better than take off and run for a touchdown. So what a great start for Deuce Knight. And, again, that was a 75-yard touchdown run to get the game started. And proud for him and a lot of these guys. But we appreciate PepperTree Steaks and Wine, don't we?
Yes, we love PepperTree Steaks and Wine. Thank you for sponsoring this post-game reaction show that we are lucky to be able to do each week. Head over to PepperTree. They've got their holiday stuff in, and I tell you what, it is so cute. They have so many fun things. And of course, after each game, the following week, we will announce the winners of the PepperTree Steaks and Wine gift certificate. So thank you to PepperTree.
Yeah, we can't do it without them for sure. So, obviously we'll take your comments as we get rolling here. Malcolm Simmons, absolutely phenomenal game. Obviously, I'm biased on that. Just so happy for him. 5 catches, 149 yards, and a long touchdown pass where he was able to run away from a guy. And, it just kind of goes right back into the theme for me of what we knew Auburn had the whole time this year. And a lot of weapons that have not been utilized. And, I know it was Mercer. I get it. But Deuce Knight was able to spread the ball around to multiple guys. Cam had 5 catches as well. Eric Singleton, contributed. Perry Thompson did. I mean, you can go down the list. There's so many great weapons that have gone, silent, I guess is the word to use, because the offense has been so inept. But the last couple of games have been a lot better offensively, Vanderbilt, and obviously this Mercer game.
Yeah, there's no question about it. It definitely is probably one of the most – it's a confident booster for this team. And I can see how maybe it would set some people back of, wow, this is what we had all season. We really could be a playoff contender this year. But unfortunately, the way that the season started out, obviously that's not the case. But I mean, it should be giving everybody all the confidence in the world that, hey, this next year, even starting with this Iron Bowl, I mean, it's going to be a game that actually Auburn shows up and participates in, versus before you didn't have those guys showing up and participating because the coaches weren't allowing them to, or coach.
Yeah, I think, the one cog that is gone out of the wheel is Hugh Freeze, and you've seen a completely different offense. Coach Durkin talked about that. Somebody asked him about what he thought about Derek Nix the last couple of games, and he was just so complimentary and what a great person he was, and giving him free reign to go out and showcase just the variety of being able to not be so predictable. I think this is what's been so pleasant, from my standpoint, and watching Auburn play offensively, is that you got an offense out there that you don't really know what they're going to do on any particular down. And, everything's at their disposal as far as run, pass options, and middle of the field, stretching the field deep, past the 20, 25-yard mark, or anything underneath. It's all there for whoever's playing. And, Ashton Daniels will clearly get the start against Alabama, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a little bit. But I think Deuce Knight is very capable, especially in running situations, to come into the game and really have a package and contribute, moving forward. If Auburn is able to beat Alabama and then move into a bowl game and get some more work.
Yeah, absolutely. It is crazy how in one of these comments was talking about why did Hugh Freeze hitch his wagon to maybe the third best quarterback on the field, just mind-boggling. And that is true. You right now having Ashton Daniels be the starter of the Iron Bowl, having Deuce perform the way he did. What was it about Jackson Arnold that Coach Freeze was so set on? He is the guy. I saw, and I vividly remember him saying, I saw what he could do in high school after the Baylor game when he had his good first game and only game maybe against Baylor. I saw what he did in high school. I knew it. He still had it in him. At Oklahoma, they didn't allow him to go out and play like that. How can you see after the Baylor game, each game, still saying, I know he has it in him. I know he has it in him, when that's what affected your entire offense?
Yeah, I just, every time I hear anything or bring anything back up about Hugh Freeze, it's just absolutely mind-boggling how out of touch he was, and so stubborn, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And what a waste this season's been. I know you got the Alabama game left, and a win there will be great if you can win the game, but that doesn't, to me, that doesn't cure all the other things that went on earlier in the season and the missed opportunities for some of these guys. And the roster that has been assembled is really good. And I know that Bama Willie just said you got to hope to hang on to these guys, and you do. That's part of that. That's part of the challenge moving forward for anybody. And Coach Durkin talked about it a couple of weeks ago after the Vanderbilt game, and people trying to poach players and all that. So with that being said, I think Auburn has really gotten in a good position to name a head coach next week after the Iron Bowl, and if things kind of play out and it is John Summerall, it just feels like, from what we've been told, that DJ Durkin will stay and as part of this staff and this team. All these players really love him, so that's going to be an integral part in keeping a lot of these guys. And again, just upping and leaving and going somewhere else doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the best thing for you. I know it's been frustrating this year for this team and the fans and everybody else, but for the most part, you look at it, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And, if you do stay back and you work and get better, maybe you can do some good things with this team. Maybe this team can actually achieve some of its goals with the right coaching and the right preparation. So, look, I don't know that there's a lot of guys just chomping at the bit to jump out of here. I mean, from the things that we hear and talking to them, I think they love Auburn and they want to win here. They don't want to split up. They built a bond. This is a team, and they've stuck together through all of this. And I think Coach Durkin talked about building a championship program here, and I think that's really the goal for everybody.
Yeah, and also too, talking about how none of them have lost their confidence. And when they were through some of their most trying games that they've had, talking about, hey, how do you keep the confidence going from week to week and everything? You really haven't seen any of them lose the confidence of, we're going to keep losing, if that makes sense.
Right.
None of them feel like they're going to keep losing. And I think now that they see that they can go out there and win, or even against Vanderbilt have a chance to go out and win, they want to stay together. They have built this. They probably are trauma bonded.
I think so. I mean, that's a pretty good term. I think there is a lot to be said about that. I know that's been the number one concern, because this team does have a lot of great, talented young players. And, I think one of the situations that faces the new coach first and foremost is getting them together and talking to them and making it known that, hey, he is coming in to put this program where it needs to be. And the way they do that is through the guys in the room. I need you to buy into this. I'm going to give you my word. I know some people in the past have said, hey, trust me, and it didn't work out, but you got to trust me that I'm going to come in here, put all of you in the best position to win. So, yeah, no telling how much money was spent on that personality test, Jackson and everybody else. Jason said Lucy needs to make an on-screen cameo. She makes a lot of on-screen cameos, Jason. Just from the standpoint of stats, obviously, Deuce Knight came out and did what he needed to do in this game. And that was the one thing a lot of people wanted to watch. And, maybe early it was a little bit he was a little bit hesitant to throw the ball. So he used his legs to get comfortable. And, when I watched him in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game, that was one of the things that stood out to me is, he made a lot of really good throws, but from the most part, he used his legs to set things up. And he's a true dual threat quarterback and really a tremendous player and a very humble guy. I was really excited to see him in the post-game presser with a smile on his face and biding his time to do the things that he's done to wait his turn.
Yeah, I think that's something that you see and I hate to bring this up, but in Ty Simpson and his career at Alabama, waiting his turn and having that coaching and look at him now in his senior year and how well he's out there. I mean, he's going to be a Heisman Trophy candidate. And that's about waiting your turn and being disciplined in trying to get better.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
If Deuce Knight can wait that, I mean, he obviously would not have to wait 3 years like Ty did, but if he did wait his turn,
right,
imagine what he could be next year.
Right. Again, so you got to give things time. And Randy, I know you agree with me there, brother. I know. I just feel like you give him an opportunity to go out there and showcase what he can do. He plays in control. One thing DJ Durkin talked about is how much he played in control, and he does, and he glides, like Randy just said, he glides around the field. It's just easy for him. He never gets panicked. He never stresses. And, you want an even kill guy, and Durkin talked about that. He said he doesn't let, a good play it didn't take him off the rails, and he doesn't get down on himself when something bad happens. He comes back to play the next play. So, PepperTree Steaks and Wine, obviously, our partner here on the program, and we couldn't do it without them. It's been such a fun football season doing this show, and we're going to carry it into basketball season in some form or fashion. Obviously, it won't be the same exact way we do it in football. We won't be doing a post-game show after every basketball game. We're going to do some different things in basketball. We'll be at a lot of the games, but then there'll be some games that we may not be at that we do, maybe a live blog for all of you to kind of join in, and we watch the game together and kind of talk about it. Just another unique way to do stuff.
Yeah, with how different all this technology is now. And some of these, there's a lot of games I don't think we're going to be able to make all of them.
7 straight games with a turnover for Simpson, for longest for Alabama players and so forth. Field goal kicker missed a 28-yarder too. Yeah, I think Simpson's push for a Heisman Trophy is dead. He's had a good year, and I know early on he was making a push, but he's not in the mix, I don't think.
Well, part of that too of what I'm saying though is he stayed for those 3.
No, I know
years.
what you're saying. Yeah. Your point's definitely taken. I'm just reiterating kind of what Bama Wheelie said. He's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but I hope nobody at Alabama ever wins another one. I don't care who it is. So I love Sedarian. I might pull for Sedarian. I don't know. Sedarian knows that too. So hey, very, very proud for Malcolm. I made a point to ask Coach Durkin about that in the post-game press conference. We've watched, Randy, I've watched Malcolm for so many years, and, he's another one that has been grossly underutilized. I think somebody made a comment on Twitter about that, and that's the truth. He has been grossly underutilized, and Malcolm just smiles and he shows up to practice, and he continues to do what Malcolm's always done his whole career, and that's go 110%. And it was good to see him make another big play. It was good to see Deuce Knight target him early and actually know that he's on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, that was huge for me. And, I had a couple of really good catches early in the middle of the field.
Yeah. When Deuce was talking about his relationship with Malcolm, Malcolm just said, hey, throw the ball up in the air and I'm going to get it. And just throw me the ball, throw it up. And that's exactly what Deuce did. And, they made it happen. And I told you, I said, it's funny because that's exactly what Kingston and Sedarian sound like on the sidelines too.
Wonder where he's hurt.
So I don't know if that's something that
it's a BR thing, right?
Maybe, I guess. But yeah, I do think though that Malcolm he's also one of those kids that is just having fun out there. And that's
Always.
Something that Deuce said in his, I don't know, somebody asked him that question about how much fun Deuce has out there because this is fun for him. It's going.
They didn't quite understand what he said at first. He said, excuse me. He's like, do you always have fun on the football field? He said, I just love life.
Yeah. He's like, I just love life. Like, I just like to go out there and ball basically. And that's the same thing with Malcolm. And I think we've said that.
And what a good philosophy though, for people to listen to. I mean, can people listen to what he said? I mean, life's already short. I mean, why do you have to be so miserable? I mean, we got so many people that, it doesn't matter what we say on here or what do. They are just so daggum negative, man. It's like, dude, find something in life you enjoy doing that puts a smile on your face. If you're that miserable, figure it out. Change what you're doing. It's like, I like guys that say, hey, look, I'm going to live life to the fullest each and every day. And I'm going to take things as they come. And, he was asked about, the opportunity to play in the Iron Bowl. And he said, now that you come out and perform, he said, do you feel like you're going to have an integral role in Iron Bowl? He said, it's whatever Coach Durkin and Coach, Nick say I need to do. He said, I'll do what I got to do.
Yeah. Back on, these guys just going out there and having fun and enjoying their time. Also, that's kind of where I was getting at with the confidence of this team. Like, you haven't seen any of them really get down, disappointed, and not keep striving for, obviously, this feeling right now. They can't hold on to it forever, but this is what they've been working towards.
Right.
And so, yeah, it is good. And I got to talk to Mason Murphy during the postgame, and, he was saying that the offensive line finally feels like they are clicking and everything is making sense for them now. And honestly, he looks really good from what he started at center, just being thrown in there. And, he looks really good now in that too.
Another guy you talked about in the post game with Coach Durkin about Alex McPherson, and I thought it was very relevant because kickers a lot of times don't get talked about unless they miss a field goal, unless they do something wrong. It's almost similar to an offensive lineman. You never talk about offensive linemen unless they did something wrong or had a bad game. And if they do their job, they don't get any praise. They don't get any talk. They don't get anybody talking about them. And the same with field goal kickers. And Alex McPherson continues to get stronger and has battled through a lot. Coach Durkin talked about him being one of the strongest and toughest guys he's ever been around. And that's the truth.
Yeah. For Alex, just a couple of weeks ago, he made nationwide news talking about, why is he celebrating after missing a field goal? And now he went out there, made a 47-yard field goal, 49-yard field goal today. It is a comeback story for him just because of where he's been in his illness and how it was a lot of things were taken from him in that way when it comes to football. And so his comeback story and how well he played there today, and it looks like he's back.
Right. And Dave Portnoy is an idiot. And so I just think that, you come out and say stuff without doing research. You stick your foot all the way down your throat, not just in your mouth, but all the way down your throat, and have to eat your shoe. And again, I think Alex had a classy response to him a few weeks ago, and now he continues to really talk about how important, what what this opportunity has been for him. So you're proud for Alex and what he's been able to do there and being able to fight through. Let's see. Tupsy, you'll get about the same effort from Alabama next week as you get from Mercer the first 10 minutes today. I'm holding out until I see it against a decent team. So, look, I mean, you got to start somewhere. I don't know what the answer is outside of that, Tubbs. I mean, again, it wasn't the best start. You settled in, and we all know that it's not going to be that way in the Iron Bowl. It's just not going to happen. I mean, I think it'll be a really good football game. You got to go out and execute. So,
yeah, when you start the first half the way that they did, it was probably it felt like the defense was taking a few steps back, and that's what you and I said, and I think in the first half during the game, I don't even know, but getting it together. DJ said that there were some words that were exchanged during halftime, and clearly a different team came out. But yeah, I mean, if you play like that through the whole game against Alabama, I mean, that's a completely different team than anybody will go and see this whole season from Auburn. And so puts you in a really, really good position. But I don't think this whole season you've seen Auburn make it through 4 quarters without slowing down a little bit.
Right. So, it's going to be a different game.
That's exactly right.
So, yeah.
That Auburn's defense plays down.
Yep. Good to see Deuce do what he did today. There's no question about it. And they will. I mean, I would expect. Why wouldn't you get up for this game, and why wouldn't you have your best effort? I mean, you're fighting for a bowl game. I know that's minuscule to a lot of teams right now, but not for this program.
But it's making Hugh Freeze's dream come true. Making it to a bowl game, right?
Yes, that's the expectation around here, according to him. So that's why he's not here anymore. All right. If anybody has anything else, I mean, we'll stay up for a little bit longer. We appreciate PepperTree Steaks and Wine more than they know. And again, I just had a text. Yeah, I mean, this is why Auburn is special. I mean, it's a 4-6 team going against Mercer, and everybody could have, bailed out for the week of Thanksgiving, and the place was pretty much packed again. And it's a mid-afternoon game, and so yeah, there's a lot of positive things to take out of this, and you build on it. It was a 9-1 team. That it's a FCS team, but you went out and did what you were supposed to do. So
yeah, someone said that they'll take a bowl game at this point for sure. The reason I wanted them to get to a bowl game is because I'm not ready to have this team be done. Like it's just now getting good. I want to keep watching this team. They're fun to watch. It's interesting. And I wish we had more time with them. I wish this was the team that started the year.
Wish they were 8-2 right now, and or 9-2 heading into an Iron Bowl with a chance to make the playoffs. I mean, that's really where this team should be. I know everybody kind of goes, well, there's a lot of teams out there that could have made play, but we all know that that's the truth. You go back and you look at the games and the way they've played out, and the defense kept Auburn in every game this year on the road in some tough environments. And, if you just had a half of an offense, anything, I know I feel like I say this every time I'm on the air, but if you had just a semi-mediocre offense, you're in a different situation. You may not be 9-1. You could be 8-2. You could be, you could be in a lot of different situations. You could have 7-8 wins. You should have 7-8 wins right now instead of trying to get to 500 to get a bowl game. But hey, you know what? That's water under the bridge. This program has moved on from the guy that couldn't get them over the hump, and now it'll be somebody else's chance to do that. I mean, again, when you look at the score today and look at what Vanderbilt's doing to Kentucky, I mean, we scored 3 points on that team. It's embarrassing. So I don't really know what else to say about it.
But overall, I mean, it was just a really great atmosphere. It feels good to see them win. I mean, I think that puts everybody in a better mood, whether or not everyone thinks that, you know, people could be down and out about some things and how, you know, the season's going to be over. I mean, you got to live in the now, which is what these guys were saying. And
Right.
got to just be happy with what happened tonight and not, or today, and not focus on what's been happening as much as you can and moving forward.
Yeah, if Cohen had pulled the trigger sooner, Auburn probably would be bowl eligible. And that's the truth. I mean, I don't think we scored 3 points against Kentucky. I think we beat Missouri. You probably win, you know, one of those two on the road against Oklahoma or Texas A&M. I mean, it's just a whole different. You don't blow a lead where you should have been up 17-0 at half over Georgia. You don't blow that lead. I mean, there's just a. But I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm with you, Willie. I hear you. I mean, but that's the truth. I mean, I'm just talking what reality is. And so they had opportunities, but they didn't. So you move on. I kind of said that just a minute ago. All right. Anybody else got anything they want to add before we roll out of here? Again, we'll prep for next week.
That's honestly such a good point. Bama Willie said if the refs called things correctly, he would probably still be the coach.
Maybe. I mean, if you get through the Oklahoma game, I don't know that there was any terrible calls in the Texas A&M game, and I don't know that. And I know the Georgia game too. I hear you on that, but maybe it happened for a reason. You know, again, silver linings, find silver linings and things. Maybe it was good that Deuce Knight didn't play until now, and that he wasn't, you know, subjected to the horribleness of this offense under Hugh Freeze, and he didn't have to deal with it. So,
and if, you know, Cohen's car broke down before it did, then he'd probably be gone too. So I don't really know. I guess it's all up to.
Guess his engine's running now. So
I don't really know.
She got a new battery. Yeah, Tubbs, I get it, dude. I mean, I'll be fine. So I appreciate the help there. All right. PepperTree Steaks and Wine, go check them out, Montgomery and Auburn. We appreciate them so very much. I mean, I know we say that like in our sleep, and they are. They're really, really good. Met some great people today. Appreciate all of you that come up to us and give us kind words, and again, appreciate what all of you do out there and subscribing to our channel and helping us get to where we are, and we're just getting started. Got a lot more to come. So
yeah, I think Tubbs make a good point. I don't think we get the call next week that we need, and then Bama's in the playoffs. That basically sounds exactly right to everything that's playing out right now.
Yeah, we've kind of gone down that conspiracy theory hole too. They'll protect them as much as they can, so you don't have to beat both of them. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. Post-game show Monday after basketball. We'll see.
Is that one of the 9 o'clock tip-offs?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that one, Oregon, starting with Oregon there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll let everybody know as we move forward. That game's at 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock. All right. Yeah, we'll keep you posted. Just set your alert. When we go live, you'll know it. And then we'll try to let everybody know. We'll be back with everybody on Monday for the podcast. And then basketball that night, and a lot going on this week. We hope all of you have a great Thanksgiving week, and we've got a lot going on outside of Thanksgiving, and high school football on Friday, and then into Saturday for the Iron Bowl, and then of course a big couple basketball games there. Have Brett live stream 24. I feel like I'm the Truman Show. Like every ounce of my life is on screen. So, but anyway, appreciate all of you so very much. Anything else?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and happy Thanksgiving. I'll let you send us out.
Hope everyone has the best rest of your weekend. Have some fun with some college football tonight. That's not really good, but
yeah, it looks like a pretty terrible slate, but yeah, watch it and hang out and enjoy things. And again, we'll catch everybody on Monday for the Auburn Blitz. Appreciate all of you so much.